Good morning, students. Let us recap what we discussed in Unit 2 so far. Is that we started Unit 2. Okay, we started Unit 2. This Unit 2 is regarding the objectives of Unit 2 is that it is regarding it gives you the knowledge about ER model, entity relationship model, and it will also give you the knowledge about the importance of ER diagrams and okay, importance of ER diagrams by learning the concepts of relational model. We will also study relational model, and we will also study relational algebra. We will also study relational algebra, especially relational algebra queries. We will also study relational algebra and relational calculus. We will also study relational calculus. Now we already discussed about the ER model, where this ER model gives you the knowledge about what is an entity, what is an attribute, what is an entity, what is an attribute, and it will also give you the knowledge about relationships and relationship sets, and especially it will give you the knowledge about aggregation. We studied this already. Aggregation, it's a relation. Aggregation, it's a relation over relations. Yes. Okay. It's if you are generating a new instance, if you are generating a new relation from already existing, by combining the already existing relations, that is called aggregation. Okay, especially the ER notation of ER, entity relationship notation in diagrams. ER diagram notation is very, very, very important for aggregation. Okay. Now, we also started relational model, and what we discussed in relational model is that in relational model we already discussed in relational model so far what is relation. We also discussed about relation is nothing but table. We also discussed about relation. We also discussed about relation schema, and we also discussed about relation instance. Okay, and we also discussed about the domain. And we also discussed about the mathematical notation. We also discussed about the mathematical notation. We also discussed about the mathematical notation of this relational model. Okay, we also discussed about the mathematical notation of this relational model right now. So yeah, let us go deep into this relational model. What I will discuss in today's class is that we will discuss what I can give you is that we will discuss today's class is that some of relational model queries. We will discuss about some of the relational model queries. So it will also give you the definition of what is data definition language like SQL, and it will also give you the knowledge about how to create tables, okay, how to select information from the table, and it will also study about the delete delete statement, and we will also study about the update. Okay, and if time is there, I will also give you the introduction to the integrity constraints. Okay, now, so for all these things, we will look at the syntax, and if time is there, we'll discuss with examples. Time is there, we'll discuss with examples. Okay, right. Now, let us move. So let us move. Now, yes, let us look at this creating and modifying relations using SQL. Relations using SQL. Now, so the subset of SQL that supports the creation, deletion and modification of tables is called data definition language. Okay, you can feel it like SQL is also like data definition language. So, yeah, yes, that's it, fine. The subset of SQL that supports the creation, deletion and modification of tables is called data definition language. Yes, if a language which supports creation, deletion and modification like updation of tables is called data definition language. Okay, right now let us look at this. You all should have the knowledge about suppose if you have a database is collection of tables, table 1, table 2, table 3 and table 4. Yeah, remember this. So it is having its own schema. A table is having its own schema. Suppose table 1, let us give table 2, let us give table 3, let us give this table 4. This is having its schema. You know already the relational schema, right? You know already the relational schema. T1 of int id, okay, name string, like that, and its domain, okay. Now, similarly, it is also having schema 2, it is also having schema 3, it is also having schema 4. Combining all the schemas, you can also have a schema called as relational database schema. I think we already discussed this. Relational database schema. You're also having the relational database schema right now. So keep that one in your this thing. First you are supposed to have a database. If you want to create a table, you are supposed to have a database. What happened is that in MySQL software, if you log in into this using a username, password after installation. Username and password after installation. So you will get a command prompt like this, MySQL. Then you need to first, if you want to create a table, you are supposed to have a database. So how to see existing databases? MySQL has already built in some databases. If you give here show databases, if you give semicolon, or if you not give semicolon, no need to worry. Show databases, it gives already existing databases. Okay, like relation it gives. Every output in SQL is a relation. Okay, yeah. Now, and after that, if you want to create a table inside a particular database, you can create a database. Suppose I want to create a database school you can create database school and create database school. All are small letters. It is case insensitive, you can use smaller capital, no problem. So school is there, school database. How to check whether school database is created or not? You can check by using this. Again, if you type show databases, it can give a database with the name school. You can find easily school database. School database. Okay, right now. Yeah, after creating this, you need to enter into this database and you need to create a table in this. Okay, so how can you do that? You can do that by using this MySQL. Use school database. Use school. Okay. Yeah. Now you will get the output like database changed. Okay. Now you are in now school database. Okay. Yeah. Now later you can proceed. You can create the table whatever you want. Yeah. MySQL school. Okay. You are in school database now. So in school database, I want to create a table. So the command is create table. Okay, the command is create table, students of table name. Okay, SID. First field name is SID, which is character of 20. Next field name is name, which is character of 30. Next field name is login, which is character of 30. Next field name is age, which is of int. Next field name is GPA, which is of real. Okay, so the table gets created. So after that, if you want to know whether table gets created or not, you can type show tables. Okay, you can type show tables. Okay, you can type here show tables. You try to check with this show tables. Okay, or you can write the command like select star from table name is students. Okay, nothing is there. It gives you an empty set. It gives rows and columns with empty sets. Okay. Now, next command is you created a table with the fields. You created a table with the fields SID, name, login, good, login, age, GPA. You created this fields. If you want to enter this row, now you need to enter this row. You need to insert a row. Okay, how can you insert a row? Insert into students. This is the command. Insert into students. SID comma name comma login age comma GPA, that attribute names. Close the bracket. Values of, this is very important, values of 53831 comma Madhavan. All are string, both are strings now. And login, which is Gmail ID 123@gmail.com, and age is 11, and GPA is 1.8. This is how we are supposed to give. Okay. How can you know like whether your row is or whether your tuple? Yes, tuple is the notation of relational model. Tuple is nothing but a row. Okay. Yeah. How can you know like whether tuple is inserted into your database? Yeah, that means into table. You can give this command like select star from table. Select star from students. It gives you a table with, it gives you the output that students table with one row, okay, with the ID 53831. Okay, you kindly check that. Next, yeah. Similarly, use same insert command to insert tuples in relation. If you want to insert more number of rows, more number of tuples, use that insert command. How can you see whether those are inserted or not? Select star from student. If you give this, you can get the output. Okay, this is very simple command. Next one is, so I want to delete a particular row. How can I delete? You are having a command called as delete command. So delete from students. Delete from the table students. Yes, I will give you the details of this now, why I wrote S here. Where S dot name is equal to Smith. Now, Smith, yes, look at this. You can also write this SQL statement like this. Okay, delete from students S, delete from students S. If you want to write delete space from students S in a one line, you can write delete from students S. Students, in future its students is called as S. S is alias name for students. S is alias name for students. Okay, so how can you access attribute using table name? Okay, using dot operator. Where S dot name is equal to Smith. What happens here? The point is, suppose if you are having a table with the name with a row with the name Smith. If you are having an employee with the name Smith, that entire row gets deleted. Suppose, this is very important. Suppose if there are more than one employees with the name Smith, then if there are more employees with the name Smith, then what happens is that the tuples which are there in your relation, both two tuples gets deleted with the name Smith. That is very important. So how can you speak that technically is that, suppose consider the cardinality 6. Consider the cardinality 6 means 6 rows. Okay, if there are 2 rows with the name Smith, those 2 rows gets deleted. After deleting, your cardinality becomes 4. Earlier cardinality is 6. In your table there are 2 rows with the name Smith. Now your cardinality becomes 4. This is very, 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 very important. Now, next. Suppose, look at this. So for what we discussed so far, how to insert a single row or multiple rows, and how to delete a single row or multiple row, and we have also seen how to get the information of a table, like select command, select star from students table, select star from students. Now my question is, if you are having a table like this, SID, name, age, GPA, I want to update this particular portion. I want to increment age to 1 more year. So what happened? I entered wrong data. Okay, so instead of age 11 years, I entered age like 10. So I want to correct it. So if you we cannot do it by doing physically, okay, because what happens, our database management system will not give you that kind of rights, okay. And if you delete if you create a table, and if you are trying to insert that particular row again and again, it requires more work, right? And your tables should be smart, okay. How can you make your tables should be smart? Like, how can you update a particular portion of your table? You can update your particular portion of a table using a command called as update. A very, very, very important thing, okay. Update table name is students, and S is Elias name, okay. And you can use the set command, set s dot age is equal to s dot age plus 1. You can do mathematics. That is what my rule I want to say. That's what I want to say. S dot age is equal to s dot age plus 1, and s dot GPA is equal to s dot GPA minus 1, where s dot SID is equal to 53888. For the corresponding employee or the corresponding student who is having this ID, for that person only A should be updated to 1 and salary should be reduced by 1. Okay. Similarly, you can also do this. Update students S, set s dot GPA is equal to s dot GPA minus 0.1, and where s dot GPA is greater than or equal to 3.3. The students the students who are having s dot GPA greater than or equal to 3.3, for those students only you are going to set GPA, you are reducing GPA by 0.1. That is what is the objective, okay, right. So I'll stop here, and let us try to discuss what we discussed today. What we discussed today is that I discussed today with you, mainly concentrated on how to create a database. How to create a database? Yeah. How to create a database? Yes. Check. How to check whether database is there or not. And we have seen how to create a table. Okay. We have also seen the insert command, and we have also seen the select command, and we have also seen delete command. Delete, okay. If you are 2 rows gets the same name, okay, that is very important concept. And we have also seen update command with corresponding syntaxes. Yes. Okay, next class I will discuss with you about the integrity constraints. I will discuss with you about the integrity constraints. Have a look at it and come. Okay. Thank you. I will stop here and thank you.